What's going on, Raiders? Duelim here, back here with another video, and today we're going to be talking all about gems. And gems are going to be one of the most important resources you have in this game, because that's going to make a lot of things go, and that is going to be something that you can use to speed up a lot of your progress when you don't want to wait, but you want to make sure you're using it in the correct way. So I wanted to go over all the ways that I've used gems so far. You see I'm almost level 50, so we are getting there. I want to go over all the ways I've been using gems and where you should use them first, and then where I'm using them now, because it has changed. So on the start of it is gonna be the gem mine, and the gem mine is gonna be one of the most important things to start first, because this is going to start your ROI. And if you don't know what ROI is, that means return on investment. So this is going to start giving you gems passively, and about after day 100 of playing this game, it becomes a net positive. So to get level 1 gem mine, it's 500 gems. To get level 2, it's another 500. And to get level 3 is another 500. So it's a total of 1,500. Now, for your first gem purchases, I wouldn't say go all the way to 1,500. I'd say maybe just do the level 1 first, and then we'll talk about where to go next with them, and then we can come back to the gem mine in a little bit. But the gem mine is going to be absolutely essential for your progress, because it's just going to be giving you passive gems, 5 to 6 every single day. You see, actually, it's way more than that. It's an hour and 36 minutes for every one. So every day is like 20. No, that's less than that. Probably like 18-ish. 16 to 18-ish. I don't know. Math is tough in the morning. I record early in the morning. So yeah, math is hard, but the gem mine is going to be absolutely essential for your progress. What is also going to be essential for your progress is clicking that link down in the description below. If you're starting a new journey, or if you're starting a second, a third, a fifth, a seventh journey, you're going to want to start it off the right way and use that download link. So to start off, you're going to get the Epic Nuker Zargala. You're also going to be getting Ugo at level 15, and Ugo has been an absolute powerhouse of my account. One of the best supports in the game in the epic category. I couldn't be happier with Ugo. You're also going to work on them on the left hand side here and click on promo codes, and you're going to want to type in Monkey King or Supreme 6. Now, these are two separate promo codes. So Supreme 6 is one for Supreme Gaelic, and Monkey King is another for Sun Wukong. You can't go wrong with either choice. They're both absolutely awesome. And if you're on iOS, you want to make sure you're clicking the link in the description to type in any sort of promo codes, because that will not be there on your phone. This little option here will not be on your phone, so you want to make sure you do that. All right, next up, when it comes to gem expenditure, is going to be coming over to the masteries. And yeah, that's right. Masteries are something you can spend gems on. So for 800 gems, you can unlock all of the masteries on a champion. And this is really important because you get a lot of really good stats, and you get a lot of good bonuses from these masteries. So you see here, heals by 5% of the damage inflicted when attacking an enemy with 50% HP or less. And Alice does that a good amount with her A3, because it's an execute, and then it does 2 attacks if it kills the first target. Increases the damage inflicted by this champion's default skill by 2% each time it is used during battle. Stacks across each round in a battle up to 10%. So this is really good for her A1, which is the default skill, especially in clan bosses and stuff like that. Does a lot more damage. And then you see it just does a lot of stuff. So then the last one is has a 60% chance of inflicting bonus damage when attacking. Bonus damage is equal to 10% of the target champion's max HP. Once again, this is great for clan bosses, which is awesome. So I have her built for PvE. So masteries are super, super important because they give a bunch of stats to your characters. And early on in the game, spending 800 gems here is honestly imperative. And what I would suggest is spending 800 gems on Kale. who is going to be the best starter for, in my opinion, because he has poisons. And then whoever you pick as your promo code, either Monkey King or Supreme 6, so either Sun Wukong or Supreme Gaelic, you want to make sure you're putting the masteries on them as well. And you'll see I actually did not do that. I ended up putting them on Alice instead because there was a calendar for unlocking Alice when I started playing the game, and I knew Alice was going to be the most powerful character on my roster for a while. You see she's at 53,000. Supreme Gaelic's literally at half that. So I did make a good choice for me personally, but what I would say is absolutely do it on either Supreme Gaelic or Monkey King, Sun Wukong, whichever one you use the promo code. Because early game, you are not going to be able to farm Minotaur's Labyrinth effectively, right? So you see, I can't do stage 15 just yet. I am getting close. I haven't tried it in a week or so I might be able to do it now. But if you can't do like stage 14 or stage 15, there's really no point in farming this just yet. You should definitely wait until you can really grind out stage 15 because that's going to save you a lot of progress. So being able to grind out stage 15 is super essential to that, but you want to make sure you're using your gems on masteries. And I think I ended up doing it for, I did it for Alice, I did it for Cupidus, Kale, and then I didn't do it for Ugo. I'm working on Ugo, so I did it for 3 characters total. And I think 2 to 3 is going to be kind of the sweet spot. I wouldn't go more than that because I think at that point, you can definitely get your characters high enough to be able to let them farm Minnow, which is Minotaur's Labyrinth, to be able to get those masteries the hard way instead of using the gems there, because there are better uses for your gems. And that brings me next up to back to the gem mine. After you're done with the masteries in the champion or section, you're going to want to go back to the gem mine and probably max out the gem mine. The gem mine, again, that ROI is insane. It just gets better and better the more you upgrade it. So I think the gem mine going up to probably level 2, maybe even level 3 at this point would be really, really helpful because by this point, you're hopelessly addicted to the game like I am, so you know you're going to be sticking around for a long time. So you're absolutely going to want to get the gem mine up and running. I use addicted in the best way possible, by the way, just so you're wondering. But yeah, you want to make sure you're getting the gem mine up and running as best as you can, because that's going to give you, like I said, that return on investment. And then the next place you're going to want to spend gems is going to be in the Guardian Ring, and this is going to be 1,500 gems. Now, this is something I did not expect, and I ended up looking up a video on this that some late game players ended up doing, and they recommended doing the Guardian Ring, and the reasoning behind it was that this is just passive experience you're getting while you're not playing the game, right? So this is stuff that is going on in the background. You see a 14-hour timer, 5-hour timer, all that kind of good stuff. And this is just ranking up characters in the background. So this is just free XP when you're not playing the game, or you're just not farming, or you're working on something else, whatever it might be, right? And you want to make sure you're unlocking each slot, which is 300 gems for each slot. I think the first one is free, actually, so it's only 1,200 gems. But upgrading them is not worth it. You see, it takes 350 gems to upgrade, and then it doubles the production. But that is not worth it. It is just worth it to get the slots so that you can have all 5 slots running at all times. Now, the best practice for the Guardian Ring, which is something I am not doing here, well, I'm kind of doing it a little bit, is making sure all 4 of your all 5 of them are the exact same level, so that they are all done at the exact same time. So when you come in at, let's say, 14 hours left, they can all be at the exact same time. So you can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, done, come back in 16 hours, cool, and then they'll all be done again. So it being staggered like this is not the best, because then I have to log in at 4.5 hours, 5.5 hours, 14 hours, all that kind of stuff. I was probably going to do that anyway, but, you know, if you got a busy life, you want to make sure it all stacks up at the same time. to make it a little bit easier for you. And that's going to be an essential place to spend your gems. Now, if you are done with the Guardian Ring, you're done with your masteries, and your gem mine is not level 3 yet, this is a perfect time to take your gem mine up to level 3. And then you will never have to worry about this again. Remember, 1 for every 1 hour and 36 minutes. So this will do a lot. Wow, it did the math for me, and I was so dumb I didn't even look at it. So every day is 15 gems, right? It literally does the math for you. 23 hours and 36 minutes until full, and the capacity is at 15. Listen, you're not here because I'm smart. You're here because I am entertaining, right? All right, so the gem mine, yeah, you want to make sure that's maxed out. And then from there, the only place I spend gems, and I'm not even exaggerating, the only place I spend gems is right here. Getting energy, because energy makes the world go round in Raid Shadow Legends. So you need energy to do everything. You see, I had background battles going in the campaign, and I'm farming characters because I want to make sure I am maximizing the champion training event. You see, I just took up 3 characters all the way to level 40 at 4-star. You need energy to be able to do Minotaur's Labyrinth, like we talked about earlier. You need energy to do any of the potion keeps. You need energy to do Ice Golem's Peak. Anything in the dungeon, you're gonna need energy, except for Iron Twins, I think. Yeah, Iron Twins. You also, Iron Twins, you need keys and energy. So that's awesome. But pretty much everything in the campaign, everything in dungeons, you're going to need energy. And that's where you're going to be farming a lot of stuff. And dungeons is going to be where you're doing the minnow farming for the scrolls, and where you're going to be getting a lot of gear, which I'm not farming gear yet. That'll be another video as well. Campaign is going to be where you're farming 12-3 on Brutal to get a lot of experience and making sure you are upgrading your champions the most effectively and farming the most effectively. Sorry, red dot, my ADHD got to me. Don't mind me. But yeah, that's going to be where gems are the most important. I would say the places where you should never spend gems is on these arena refills. You get so many of these from doing your dailies, weeklies, monthlies, and stuff like that, that you're almost always going to have a classic arena fill, or you're going to have the little 5 token one, which is half of that. So I would say don't ever spend any gems on the arena. Plus, you're going to get to a point where you really can't progress much further in arena, and you're going to be waiting for the refresh anyway, which now I can actually come in and absolutely destroy this defense, which is cool. I'll do that off camera. Actually, you know what? I'll do that now while we're talking. So you definitely don't want to spend your gems on arena refills because, like I said, you're going to want to wait and get those from your daily and monthly objectives, weekly objectives, all that kind of stuff. You don't want to waste that on there. That is not worth it. Another place that you absolutely don't want to waste it is on the clan boss or a demon lord key. You don't want to use 100 of these gems to get this because it's not worth it. It's absolutely not worth it. Just make sure you're getting the last chest on whatever difficulty you can get. So right now I'm 3-keying Brutal, which I think is awesome for an account that's like 38 days old. You can let me know if you think otherwise. I'm sure you'll tell me I'm trash. It's fine. But I'm able to 3-key and get the Grand Master's chest here, and we also kill Brutal every single day, so I'm getting 2 chests every single day. So that's very, very important. Other places where you can spend your gems is in the market, and you could unlock the slots here. It's not a terrible idea. I have seen some decent stuff over here. I don't know if it's like 50 to unlock and then it's 100 and then 150. If it's like 50 for all of them, I would say unlock these because I have found some actually really, really good gear in these. You see, I just purchased these gauntlets, and these gauntlets actually went right on to my Supreme Gaelic, and it got me 40% crit rate because I was looking for crit gloves. I had crit damage as a substat. I got really unlucky with the rolls, but that's fine. But I went all the way up to like 93% crit rate because of this. So the market's actually a really good place. And you know what? I'm going to figure it out for you. Oh, it unlocks with silver and then gems and then silver. Oh, okay, that's not too bad, actually. That's worth it. Okay, so I'd say absolutely upgrade that. So it was, what, like 50 gems, and then 80 gems, and then 120? That's worth it. Absolutely do that up to here. Because, like, if this shield was worth it, like crit rate, like I wanted more crit rate on my shield, I would absolutely get this, right? So this is actually a really good place to spend gems as well. I'd say do this at the end once you're done with the gem mine and the guardian ring. And then start working on that, because that's actually pretty helpful. Like I said, this is some really good gear, and you also can buy these uncommon champions to use for food. So that's awesome. Look at that. Wasn't even planning on talking about that, but here we are. Now we're all the way up to 15 minutes. This video's gone for a long time, but I want to remind you guys, make sure you are using that link down in the description below to get a bunch of free stuff. You're going to start off getting Zargala, who's an epic nuker. At level 15, you're going to get Ugo, who's an absolute beast and one of the best characters on my roster. I'm not even joking. I've used Ugo absolutely everywhere, carrying me in Doom Tower, clan bosses, everything. Absolutely nuts. And then you want to make sure you type in a promo code on the left-hand side here, either Monkey King or Supreme 6. And if you're on iOS, make sure you click another link below to use any sort of promo codes. Don't wait. Go right now. This is a great time to start playing Raid Shadow Legends. But until next time, this has been Duelim. Later, Raiders.